Okay. Maybe I'll sit for a little bit on this one. I will. Okay. So I am Kylie Gomes. I'm your presenter today. I am a small business owner myself, and I'm sharing the tips and tricks of what I learned on Instagram that has helped me grow a significant following. It's been a journey, and there's a lot of information I'm going to share with you. Um, I can get very detailed with it, but I'm just kind of going over the basics, and then we can always connect at a later time to get more into the nitty gritty. So, why Instagram? Instagram is one of the top search engines. It's similar to Google, where people are going on to Instagram to search recipes and local real estate agents, local products that they can purchase. It's a platform that people can build a brand on. They can engage with their customers. They can promote for free and have access to a large audience. So why would you not want Instagram? So on your setup for your Instagram account, there is an option for business or creator. You want to make sure that you're in business. There are different features for each type of business. So there's a bit of an echo. Are you good? I just muted my. Okay, you're good now. So on your edit screen of your account, there's business and creator. You should want the business part of things. So this is what it looks like when you're viewing it from your viewing your profile, and then when you're editing it. So when you're up at the top, your name. So I can't edit my name to show as an example because I just got married, and because I have the verified feature, I'm not able to change my last name, but you'll want your business name or your name in the position, because that is going to be what people like search in the search engine. So if you have like Morgan, realtor, if you're searching a realtor, that will come up on your page. So your username, that's what the @ symbol is. You're going to want that your business name or something catchy to remember, or your name with the title. You don't want like different letters. It's going to be hard for people to remember. Again, you're building a brand for yourself. So you're not going to want something that people aren't going to remember to go and search or to even refer out. Your bio is one of the most important things on your Instagram page. You want it to be a clear message of who you are, what you offer, and your credentials if you have them, if it's necessary for what you're doing. So for mine, you can see I put wholesale merch, promotional products, and gifts. That's what I label as, and then some of the products that I offer, and then some of the things I'm involved in. Everybody's going to look different for what that is because, again, there's product and service-based businesses. If you're a solo entrepreneur, you're going to want to include your name in there if your username is your business account. Now, super quickly going over the verification check mark that you see on some people's Instagram account, that is just accounts paying. It used to be that you had to get approved by your followers and your history on Instagram to get that. But now it's something that you can pay $14.99 a month for, and it protects your Instagram account. You actually also get additional features of what the platform can offer. It offers extra protection, no hacking, things like that. So on your Instagram account, on your main page, you have different categories, which this is just quick blurbs on these topics. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but your logo should either be your business logo, like your default picture should either be your business logo, a picture of yourself, like a professional looking, or you in what you're doing. So like my picture is me at an event. And again, because my account is locked because of my last name, I can't change it to my logo right now. Because being verified, you have to show your person on there. So category, which is what's listed where mine says entrepreneur, there's different categories you can pick from. This also helps the search engine get to the people that are looking for your services. Then your location is super important. You can tag yourself in the location. And then there's an option for to add a link, which I will get into the link tree and how important having that link tree is. And then also pages. You want to link your Instagram and your Facebook and any other platforms that it allows you to link and sync to. So you want to be, so on your main page, you'll see if you're on the business account, you'll have access to your professional dashboard. This is your analytics. You want to be very familiar with this. It shows you your views, who's seeing your views, what time they're seeing your views, and it allows you to filter out like which content is doing best. And it basically takes at least, I think, 3 months to build a good history on Instagram for it to properly read you what your content is bringing in. So this is my analytics for the past month. Look at the difference between my followers and non-followers. Instagram algorithm is so smart that it puts me in front of people that aren't following me, that are non-followers, that are still seeing my content even though they're not following me. So I know in some cases there's brick and mortar locations that really the people that aren't in the area, they don't really benefit if they're not online presence, but they're still getting their views out there, which is showing Instagram that this is something people like to see. So I'm going to be going over very broad breakdowns of tips and tricks and what to know about your followers, your photo feature, your reels, and your stories. So your followers, again, you can see that from your dashboard of your overall followers of gaining and loss throughout time. And it is okay for you to be gaining and losing followers because those people that aren't following you anymore, you don't want them to be following you anyway if they're not interested in your content. So also know that followers doesn't necessarily mean sales. I know people that have 50 followers or 500 followers that are making 6 figures. And then I know people that have 500,000 followers that aren't making much money. So the number of followers don't necessarily mean they're being successful. So don't measure your success off of your followers. Okay, so one of the features that Instagram allows is you to post your photos. So there are some businesses that are not really into the reels, and that's okay. Instagram actually started being just photos, and in my research, I spent a lot of time doing like free webinars and trainings and things like that to be able to consume this myself, try it out, and then relay it back to you guys. I don't post that many photos because my page doesn't really need that. But 1 to 3 times a week if more active in reels, because that's just kind of dividing up your content. 3 to 5 times a week if you're more photo driven and not really into the reels. This just gets your feed fluffed up with your content in a different way. So there has been shown, and I don't have the statistics, but carousels have been a benefit to posting photos. And what a carousel is when you can scroll to the side to see multiple pictures. So it's the perk of that is having grouped content. You're posting more than one at one time. It's higher engagement because the algorithm is so smart that when you are scrolling past somebody who has a carousel and you only see the first picture, guess what? Next time you go in the feed, Instagram automatically shows you that second photo. So having 2 to 3 photos in a feed, you'll be seen 2 to 3 times if they didn't see it already. So that's really like a powerful tool. If you are able to tag an account, if it's a photo with somebody else in the location, that also gets you out there in front of more people. Hashtags are going away because it's been so saturated. I still use 1 to 5 hashtags because it still is a search engine. So if you get specific in a certain type of video, it still will isolate you from other people. So if you build a brand for yourself and people know to search for a certain thing, that's how they can also kind of filter you out. My all-time favorite is the Reels. Reels absolutely changed my life. I posted consistently for 3 months. And after 3 months, and this was before like Instagram got really into the reels. In 2022, I went from like 2,000 followers to 15,000 followers in 3 months because I was consistent posting reels. And what reels are short clips, just giving a taste of what you do, and showing that you are a real person behind the scenes. And I will share some ideas of content to post. That is like my specialty. The perk of Reels is it's evergreen. It lives on social media forever. So at any point you can go viral. And if there's an audio, a trending audio, and that might not be popular in January, but it hits off in March, guess what? They're gonna push that audio that you used because it's trending. So I at least post 5 times a week. I think that's crucial. It's a game changer. I know a lot of people don't have time for that, which I will get into tips and tricks on how to carve out the time for that. You don't need a long reel. Absolutely not. It's 7 to 15 seconds or 30 to 45 seconds of something informative if you're actually speaking. This 7 to 15 seconds could be something sped up. It can just have text over it. The shorter the video, the more views it's going to get because they're going to expect it to be longer. So if you have text over video and it takes longer than the 7 seconds to read, you're going to get multiple views just from that one person viewing that content, just reading it. I know some people, it's cringy to some people about the trending videos, but it works. And I will show you in another screen on what worked for me and the views that I got when I was doing it. My tips for setting aside reels is to spend time recording content, spend time editing it, and then scheduling it to share. And then you can always share it to your story. So like for me in my business, I have one day where I am doing production. So I'm filming myself doing all of the production on my orders. I carve out another blocked time where I'm actually editing it. Then I block out another time where I'm actually posting and putting and doing the research of the description and who I want to target. Oh, and also with Reels, there's based on your views, there are reel bonuses. So based on how many views you get paid. You would think it's a lot, but it's not. It literally does not add up to anything anymore. So this is screenshots of my personal account when I first started going viral before the hashtags and all that got saturated and everybody's content views went down and we're all kind of around the same amount because there's just so many users. But there is a feature on your dashboard where you can see which content does the best. So you can go back and replicate what your audience liked and do similar videos based on that. Even if it's an audio, if you used an audio that was trending and got you a lot of views, you can use that as well. So these were like mind-blowing of when I first started, but this is when I turned my hobby into a business. So my hobby was more artsy and my following, I had 25,000 followers when I had this content going. But since I pivoted a lot in my business, I'm okay losing those followers because I'm no longer doing this. So I'm also rebuilding myself as well and not getting these views like I was before, but I have faith that it will happen again. So some real ideas, and this is what I do everything based on. Day in the life, behind the scenes. People are for some reason people are curious on how people go about their day and being connected with like knowing that the businesses are real people. And that's where like Instagram is so powerful being a free tool because it's not just about what you're selling or offering, it's about you, that you're your brand. They're buying into you. I could go on and sell anything, and because my followers know, like, and trust me, they'll buy it. So behind the scenes is one of my top ones. I just record myself, speed it up, and put what I'm working on, and people watch it and are curious on what I'm selling. A product to service highlight, exactly what that is. If you have a product or service, highlight it and share about it. Interview style or review. If you have a friend or a client or whoever that is willing to get interviewed of their experience with you, that will also show that you're a real person and that people have worked with you. If you have an office tour, people love to know where you're working and how you're working. Anything that's informative or education purposes, like if there's a specific topic that people are having an issue with, you want to have a solution to a problem that people have. So start off your content being, are you somebody who struggles with blank? Are you seeking blank? And then have that educational video behind that. Tips and tricks, if you are an entrepreneur that is teaching something specific in your field, you can teach tips and tricks to other people who are doing what you're doing. That is important because you pulling in people that do what you do, you're also going to pull in their like people who follow those type of accounts. So it's like all pulled in together. If you're sharing tips and tricks to other real estate agents or practitioners or something like that, we're all going to be sharing the same network, to say the least of that. An event recap. I do these all the time. I'm going to do one for today. Just recapping what your day looked like, what the setup looked like, your breakdown looked like. Again, people, I know it sounds crazy to even say this because it doesn't look like you're selling products or services in these other videos, but Instagram and platforms like that are showing you as an individual that they're curious about. So the followers will eventually lead to the sales. Just take some time to build that trust. Okay. So Instagram stories. This is another thing that was a game changer for me. Stay active in your stories. Your stories it expires after 24 hours, but this is where people connect with you on a personal level where you can share your day as a more alive character in their life. So if my phone was working before coming here, I would have been like, hey guys, I'm heading to Taunton Chamber. I'm going to be doing an Instagram presentation, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't able to do that, but that's something that I would recommend doing going forward. Even if everybody that's watching this or in this room, getting on your story saying, hey, I'm going to the Taunton Chamber to do a present, that is showing that you are actively in your business trying to grow and gets people interested. Because again, you're your brand. If you're showing behind the scenes in your struggles, when I first started, when I was doing the epoxy tumblers and I had one fall off my turner, I would go on my stories and be like, oh my goodness, I just look what happened. And I showed that I was a real person having struggles that delayed things. And people were like, thank you so much for sharing that. Like everything isn't perfect running a business. You're inspiring me. So you don't know what your stories are actually doing in somebody's life. And especially when it's a struggle that they think that they're the only one experiencing. And yeah, it shows that you're a real person and that they can connect with you. This is where the know, like, and trust is built, and also the engagement in your inbox. So in doing content, whether it's the videos or the photos, collaborations is a new feature that they have been offering this, I think it's like the past year or so, where if you add somebody to your video, which you can see in these two videos that I posted, whether it's my personal account that I'm connected to, which I also forgot to mention that your personal and business Instagram should be separate. And there's a perk to that. For that example of that picture, that video on the left where I'm speaking, I tagged my personal account on that. So now that's targeting two different audiences. It's capturing the people that my friends and family, that they can see that that's something that I did, stepping out of my comfort zone for that. And then it's also targeting my Couture Creations page that is showing people that I'm networking and growing my business. So with accepting a collaboration, whether it's you accepting it on behalf of somebody else or you creating the content to tag somebody else in it, this shows on both your feeds. It's crucial that that happens because now you're targeting all of each other, so both feeds. So all the networking of both platforms are being seen on one page, so you're getting the views that the other person might not have had, vice versa. So this is exposure to both networks. It establishes again that trust where you're real, you're working with other businesses, you're reliable, and it builds your credibility for moving forward. So tips to posting and all that is the planning and scheduling, staying consistent, being authentic and yourself, because that's what people kind of engage with. It's make sure you're engaging with people that are commenting, messaging you. The perk of engagement on the comments is the more comments you get, it shows Instagram that your content is of interest to people, and it'll continue to push that out. Make sure you're sharing your content in your stories, having your friends and family and other businesses share. Again, that allows you to get to different platforms. Again, following trends. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but somehow it works, even if it's a couple seconds. If you are going through a creator's block on what to post, reuse content. Nobody's paying that much attention to your page to know that you've already posted it, and as long as it might target new people when you're reusing it. And then also follow accounts that are similar to what you do and engage with them, because again, you're sharing that community of people that are commenting, that they'll see your content eventually. I'm going to try to go quick through these. Okay. So my recommendations for apps to use for editing content is InShot and CapCut. So what I specifically like, they have different features. InShot I use for cutting the content and like editing out portions of my video, speeding it up and all that good stuff. And then I import it to CapCut to do the captions if it's needed. CapCut separately has its own trends. So if you're on Instagram and you're seeing a trending audio, that audio, if you're able to click it within Instagram, is a trending audio within Instagram, and you can save it to use for a later time. Now, CapCut has their own templates with audios that a lot of people are using, and that is trending as well. So you would upload the videos into the template within CapCut, save it and upload to Instagram, and then have it as your own reel through CapCut. So there's two ways to go about that. And again, I'm just kind of briefing over this because I do have an offering at the end where I can help you with this. Going back to how important that link in your bio is, there's different websites you can use, but I absolutely love Linktree. It is free, and it allows you to have one link that connects to, it's basically another web page, and it allows you to tag different websites to have their own separate links. And what I do is I create different links for different products or services, where they click the link and they can, it's kind of like itemized, and it's a cleaner filter for them to go through. So they're not going on your website trying to figure out where the heck they need to go for a certain product or event. So you can pick a title for the link and you can insert the link, and this will give people the opportunity to visit them. And I'll get into how we can navigate the marketing for this link. So ManyChat is a separate platform that Instagram has now partnered with because it's so powerful. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it is basically a automated system where you can automate messages, it supports multiple channels, it drives marketing and sales, and it integrates with different platforms. So I don't know if any of you guys have been on social media where you see a recipe that you like or a product that you like, and it says comment recipe below, and you'll get emailed message the link to purchase. That's ManyChat. So as soon as that person comments recipe, their inbox automatically gets a link to that recipe. And then through that recipe, which might be their free ticket, their free item, they would upsell for a high ticket item within that platform, within their link system. So the power of this is you can itemize each product or service that you offer to its own word that people comment, which also tells Instagram that people are liking your stuff when you're having them comment, because the more people that comment, it's going to show it's of interest. So those comments of recipe or the product name that automatically sends them the link, you can have basically your own funnel system within your platform generated. this can also be a tool to build your email marketing list. So your email list is important. That's the only thing that you own. If all of these platforms shut down, you only own your email list. And within that email list, so like again, the funnel part, you have your Instagram account, then you have ManyChat, and ManyChat is probably being linked to some sort of link tree. And then from Linktree, you're selling everything that you're offering. And then from there, you have your own system of they can set up for your email list, whether they're again on product and service. So when you go to my email list, you can pick, do you want content about my products, or do you want content about the services that I offer? And then they're basically ManyChat is automatically doing the filtering for you. I know that it sounds like a lot. As an example of what I thought about last night is there's no more cable. We're paying for the channels individually. With building a business, we're paying for the different platforms individually to get that filter into your channels. So that's that. So thank you for that. I kept this short and sweet and quick because there's so much detail that I can go into with this. And I am working on a workshop. It's probably going to be maybe 4 hours or so on a weekend or Friday night, who knows? I still am planning that. But I will be able to sit down, help you strategize, really work in your business, and answer any questions that are in depth that I can't really get to today. And I'll actually have a worksheet for you guys to complete, and kind of help you get unstuck if you're stuck. Because I can talk about Instagram all day. I would not be standing here in a successful business without Instagram. So I hope that you guys have learned something from this. If anything, I just want you guys to take away that staying consistent, authentic, and reliable is what's going to help you grow your Instagram platform. So thank you. And I don't know how we're going to open up for questions if I can't hear. Or if they type it in the side.
Yeah, I can let you know.
Okay.
Can I start with a question?
Yeah.
So if like I have my profile set up the way like mirrored yours, kind of.
Mhm.
So like I have my link, it says yoga studio, meditation center, it has my little bio. So once we have that, what is your next recommendation? Like I definitely post probably 3-4 times on Instagram. I kind of alternate between like pictures, a reel, a story. Like I try to get on my story every day. What's the most important thing you would say to start doing if we're not doing it every day?
For not doing it.
So no, if we are, because if I'm not currently doing it every day, what is that, like stories is most important, yes?
Reels is the most important.
Reels, that's my question.
So then when you post a reel, share it to your story.
Okay.
And then there is a feature that you can, I kind of like hovered over it, but when you post on, you can set up your platform to post it linked to the other platforms that you have. So
Correct.
when I post, every time I post on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook. And then I also have systems in place that I will recommend at a later time of what you can use where you post once and it automatically goes to everything that you need. But Reels is what's going to get you. Like keep posting Reels. And even if it's just you talking, what you would post in a story, you can make a reel and then just post it back to your story.
Okay.
Instagram just wants to know that you're consistent posting in your feed for people to see. And that's what's evergreen.
And so would you recommend every day, once a day, every day? Or do you recommend just filtering?
I would say again, at 3-month period. So I took a free course and they did a challenge and they said for 90 days, post every single day. And I posted every single day and game changer. But also the algorithm has changed since then. But I still see the benefit of posting every day. And sometimes like, just because I get overwhelmed, I stop posting because I'm getting overwhelmed with the messages coming in. I can't keep up with it. That's a me problem. And I'm gonna fix that.
Full of abundance.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm having phone issues. So there's like that overlap, but it's okay to take a break.
Okay.
But you will lose that consistency part of things and you might have to rebuild a little bit, but posting every day, and that's it. And a lot of people say that they don't have the time to, and that's okay. But having the set, the block time, and you can schedule your content. You can schedule it out. So if you already created, like I'll sit down and do some orders, that's probably 10 reels right there that I just made. So I edit them, I sit down, and I can schedule them to post automatically. And I already have all of that ready to go. So even if you do it like once a week, you just post your content. And with the people that aren't doing the reels, if they're doing photos, the only thing I say is to stay away from graphics, like Google graphics. Don't Google something and post it. It's gonna look fake. Get yourself a Canva account, create your own marketing, branding, and post like quotes and stuff with that. And you can even do another thing that's trending right now are the people that are taking the one photo, but they're doing the carousel and they're telling a story in their
Yeah.
in the carousel. So it's one photo with just the text over it. That's a continuous story that you're just sliding. So again, that is telling Instagram that you're interested in that content because you're scrolling to the side, finishing their story. And usually at the end of their story, there's a call to action, which is another key. Again, there's so much to it. But a lot of your content should have a call to action, especially if you're service-based trying to promote some sort of class or event that you want to post like a call to action of how they can get to that event, how they can purchase those tickets. And an example of that is comment ticket. And guess what? ManyChat will send them the link to sign up the ticket. So it's like users are getting so lazy and so like instant. You have to get them right there and then.
Well, that makes sense for my camp and my classes to use the Manny one because I have it in there to click the link below my bio, but again it's a two-step process. So the one-step process makes so much more sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
How do you get a location? When I was playing around with my profile, I wasn't sure how to tag my location.
In your profile itself or when you're
Yeah.
posting? When you go to edit profile, all the way down your contact information. You can put your name, your email, and your location. So,
Okay.
and I can help you with that right now if you want.
Oh, thank you.
You can put your phone number. That is where, like, if you put your email, Instagram will show, when they go to your, sometimes when you can say, click email this person,
Yeah,
you can click it and it goes straight to their email because they link their email account to that.
thank you.
You wrote them.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thanks. I know it's a lot, and a lot of people that I meet with that I work, because I do one-to-ones and I kind of like look over your social media account and I give my feedback. Again, I'm not a professional, I'm just somebody who had success with Instagram and kind of share my tips and tricks of what works for me. I actually monitor another chamber member's social media account, Mark of Healing. Every video that you see on there, I've either filmed or received and edited to post. And just the consistency of that, she's seen an increase in her views and her bookings and just highlighting products and services. It's really not that hard once you get the hang of it. It's actually fun, and that's what I love to film and edit. I just don't have the capacity to take on any more like managing of the accounts. But yeah, any Instagram questions, I am all for it. I do use other platforms. It's just Instagram's my main house that is linked to everything else. And once my new website that I'm building is done, I'm going to be going full force, and that's where my workshop will come into play because I'll have the statistics to show what I'm doing and how it works and how it can benefit you. And I'm just curious because there's 4 of you that I've never met. I'm just curious on what you guys do for work. And I don't know if no questions online. Thank you so much. Can I ask a question? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so what does everybody do in here?
Well, I have a few different businesses, but currently here have a cannabis business dispensary in time, located at 446 Winthrop Street. So that's what we're here. He works with me she is an internship entrepreneurship, so she has a business that she's working on developing as well, but she also was working on this company.
Fun. I love business talk, so I can talk business all day. Well, welcome and thank you for joining. One other thing that I wanted to highlight, because there's certain things of businesses and that I don't know about, like compliance and everything. There's ways to go around that, because there's a lot of people in my networking groups that are like, I can't post certain things because of compliance. But guess what? I come from a network marketing MLM background, and I can see through when people are building their business on social media and they're educating without saying what company they're working for. And you're getting in their DMs, and that's when you're finding out what they work for. So if there's businesses that have, like, I don't know how your compliance is in that industry or anything, but you can show your face and your name outside of the company and draw the traffic to you, again, your brand, and then you can share what company you work for and what you can do.
One of the things I did was to get, because I'm much smaller than everybody here, so for me it's like literally just me trying to make all this stuff and put it out there for promotion. So when I came down to it, trying to get my menu online is what gets me flagged and gets my pages banned and taken away, and then I lose all my followings and have to start all over again. So what I did is, in turn, is I did make a flyer, but I started by making a free QR code that allows you to find all my accesses, but also access my menu. And I could post that to my Facebook or my Instagram, and that allows me to have people scan me without getting banned. That was one of the ways that I've kind of found around the rules and regulations, because I can't post anything with milligrams. I can't post anything with pricing. I can't post the promotions of it. And I'm not selling actual bud. I'm selling food that's just infused, or spa items that's just infused. So for me, that was just one way I found to work around it. So if you ever find yourself getting flagged or something, that could be a way of going around it, is making a QR code. I put that QR code on a flyer, and then I post the flyer itself, along with my informations and all my tags.
Yeah, QR codes are a game changer too, but it doesn't-
And the QR code actually is a game changer, because it allows you to see, track how many people are actually scanning you, so
From
you
what
know
locations.
what's going on and who's viewing you and who's not.
Yeah,
They don't have AI software yet that you can run videos to basically ensure that they'll be compliant as far as the social media, whatever platform that
So-
you're posting it on this.
so I don't know if they have an AI platform, but they do have, there's a website called Fiverr. Fiverr, yeah. So there are people on there that if you send them your content, they'll create it to be compliant for you. That's the only thing I've come across. AI there's pros and cons to AI. I mean, I'm a fan of it, but you have to be careful with that. But there are like people out there that could filter that out for you.
Exactly, yeah, I use Fiverr.
Yeah. Yeah, but being like, not secretive, but interesting enough for people to engage. The QR codes is powerful. Something I'm working on is having different locations have their own flyers with the different QR codes, so I know where the traffic is coming from. And I can get niche down with what I'm offering each location. And what do you do?
So I'm Mary, I'm a mediator and I work with a mediation organization, so which often gets confused with meditation when people see our name. We help with conflict resolution services, training, workshops, and then, straight up mediation.
Like family law? I'm a paralegal for a family law. firm.
Okay.
I'm awesome.
Well, it can be family issues, so divorce, custody, but also housing,
Okay.
neighbor
That's
to
good
neighbor,
know.
agriculture, things like that. And so we do have an Instagram account, and this is really inspiring me. I think we do need to do more reels, and I can probably shift, because I'm a mediator, but I'm also doing outreach, because we were on Martha's Vineyard, but expanded into Bristol County a year and a half ago. So to get the word out, I think reels would probably grab more attention than just a photo of like my table at
Yeah.
an event. If I,
Just
I
film it
think that
going
would-
right across.
Yeah,
That's all
I
you,
think-
that's all you need.
yeah, if I list the community that it's in, I think that would really increase people's interest in seeing like who else is there, and then, bringing more recognition to our organization.
What's the name of your account?
So it's MV Mediation Center. I don't run it. I'm very like new new to doing social media stuff. But I can give you my card too. I don't think it has Instagram on it. but-
Oh, right. In all fairness, though, social media is always changing, there's always something
Yeah.
new, so the minute you become proficient, you
Yeah,
got something new to learn.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear hashtags are going away.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of understand.
Well, they had Beth on it first, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
down to
yeah,
5,
that, yeah.
That was a
That's what I was
couple
like,
months ago.
It's really, you can't rely, so there's statistics through the people that work for Instagram that they share where they see it changing all the time. It's because there's so many users doing different things, and again, the algorithm is so smart, it's kind of doing the work for you. That I used to do like 20 tags and I did great, but then they changed it and you're just gonna do 5. So it's like that's the only iffy part. They said there's no consistency with the success of
I
hashtags.
think you just do away with those.
I know.
I won't lie, I found more success with them than I have with the reels, but I don't find reels as enjoyable, like. Personally, I hate scrolling through Instagram and seeing 10 people doing the same exact video, it works my last nerve,
Yeah,
that's
that's
one
the
reason I
cringe-
don't do it.
That's the cringe part to me.
And it
Like,
really is, but I understand what you're saying in the numbers, like it works and you can't really go against what works if it works for
Yeah.
Instagram, and I totally get it, I'm just like, I don't wanna do that.
I know, and sometimes like the views, and I know, I'm sorry, I can talk forever. How much time do you? You're good, good minutes. Okay, because like when something is trending, those views again don't necessarily mean sales, but those views are telling Instagram, hey, people like this account, show all the content. So then that person might just start seeing all of your account. Cause like we can all agree that when you search for something on Google, after you go on Instagram, you're now getting ads for what you searched.
Yes.
That's the world we're living in. So if somebody is searching, if somebody's on your page for a while and they're searching for something that you're offering, they're gonna keep seeing you.
I work more through stories, because just the easy capacity of
Right.
posting it to Facebook and it posts to Instagram, right?
Yeah,
But my issue is I notice that I get more attention on things I don't want attention on. Y'all care more about what I look like and what I'm wearing and what I'm doing other than what I'm offering you. So I'll sprinkle in between like a photo of me just regularly sitting in my bedroom will get 80 views on a regular day. But me posting my other stuff will get half of those views. So I'll have to sprinkle them in between. I gotta post a picture of me and then my flyer with my scannable code, then my table, what I'm doing for this weekend. And that's really where my problems lie. I was really thinking about taking down all of the former pictures that I've had before from things I was doing before. But I know that's where my views were coming in from. So I don't really know how to go about combating that.
well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with deleting and reposting, because you already established what you established, so.
Because the brand won't lie, before I did modeling, before I got into this, like I said, it's only been 5 years for me, so kind of baby on this, but my Instagram, my Facebook reflects more on my business than my Instagram does because my Instagram reflected more of my modeling. But like I said, I know that's where my views came in, so I didn't mind getting the views about the modeling inquiry and stuff as long as you got to see the business stuff. But it's almost at a point now where that's all that's being looked at and intrigued on
Right.
Instagram, and Facebook is more the business aspect. And I do have more followers and friends on Facebook, but I keep my Facebook private because I get banned so much. So Instagram is my public platform, but I can't get them to view what I want them to.
So just off the bat, my recommendation to separate that, because so either delete the old stuff.
And that's what I want.
You want your page to be only that.
Okay.
So like either create a new page for your business or get rid of it and have that page. So that is giving me the thought of when I first started, when I had all of those views.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That was from me doing the artsy stuff. That was me from selling the art material. That's for me being a mentor to other people that were doing what I was doing and buying my supplies, not necessarily what I'm doing today. So I'm okay that I lost 4,000 followers because I switched my niche.
Okay.
But it's fine because you don't want those people that are following you just for your modeling pictures.
It's really what I don't want, and it's very
So-
obnoxious.
So it's like, if I were you, I would create a whole nother page because Instagram loves new accounts
Okay,
and just be consistent from day one forward.
awesome.
And yeah, consistency will get you up there.
Awesome. I think mixing the reels with the stories is gonna be a good move too.
And again, you can link it to, like, so what I do is I post it on Instagram, it goes to Facebook, but it also goes to my story, and I navigate that. I also reshare it to TikTok. So it's like, it's getting seen by a whole bunch of people.
And I'm sorry if I'm taking up all your questions. I did want to know, what is your view on TikTok with the new exchanges? Because I'm actually thinking about deleting it with the new buyer that they have. I'm not very comfortable with all the new rules and everything, like the data. Like they're basically owning my phone. They're in everything that they possibly can be, but I know right now it is also a huge platform. So I wouldn't want to take a dive and not utilize it. And I was doing pretty good, but after this new cell, I stopped using it altogether, and I've actually taken all my stuff off of it.
Yeah, with what you do, it's gonna be more monitored with what you're doing. I thrive on it because it's a marketplace, people are
You-
shopping.
So
on-
all they, and then literally you watch people all day just spending money
Spending
on
money.
watching people's lives, like this, it's insane to me.
Yeah, so that's actually once my website is complete, I'll be going live once a month to showcase my drinkware. And because I see how successful people are
Yeah.
showcasing their drinks, and it's linked in the bottom, and people are just buying it just because they're seeing.
Off of the shops.
So it's like, it is that TikTok is a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah,
But it's a shopping platform that, like, right now, because I'm not like done with my site, I have all of my content that I'm posting on Instagram in a draft folder on
To go
TikTok,
to
so when I'm
TikTok,
ready,
yeah.
that's gonna go full force. So I basically have like 3 months of content just
Already
sitting
ready.
there. But that is more, TikTok to me is more if you have a product that you ship.
okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, for
Cause
me
it-
as a yoga
yeah.
instructor,
It's not
meditation
saying,
and
yeah.
Reiki.
You have to pull people into you, and you have to make that, I feel like that's twice the work for you.
Yeah, and that's where I was saying, like, so Market Healing, I'm good at what I do because I have a service, e-commerce business. Market Healing, yeah, it's great if she gets views in California, but they're not buying it.
My studio is at Market Feeling, so I'll connect you all. My studio is at Market Feeling, but I work up, my niche is preschools and after school yoga. Morgan also works for Funny Farm Yoga, once in a while, she jumps in and she is one of my teachers as well as a yoga instructor, and she also is now at Market Feeling, so good for her. So, but again, it's myself as a service that I provide outside in schools, I provide this in schools, is that I have a TikTok, Funny Farm Yoga has a TikTok, but I don't post on it, I don't go in it, it's not even downloaded on my phone. Because I don't know if that's going to serve me. I'm trying to grab a hold of being the instructor and going out and doing work and getting work. And then over here managing how do I get my social media out there and it's not midnight. Like that's kind of thing. So by adding TikTok, which again, now that we can connect everything, because my Facebook's connected to my Instagram or vice versa, it all posts. But is it worthy for me to spend time worrying about Instagram, about TikTok
So
versus
I would say not to worry about it, but it is beneficial to post.
Okay.
And again, they love new users. And I say that because I was a new user and they saw the products that I linked, and I woke up one day to 300 freaking orders. And I was like, what? And TikTok will, if you have like a product that you're selling, I know you're not doing a product, but if you have a product you're selling, TikTok would actually offer you, TikTok will cover the shipping and give a discount to the customer, but you'll still get the full amount that the customer would have paid.
Oh, wow.
I think for you it would be more about like people knowing who you are,
Yeah,
making sure
it's
they
a
want what
brand.
you want. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That you have to offer. That would be different. That would be, I think it'd be real personal. Like they'd have to know you, and you gotta be comfortable with doing that. If I'm honest, I'm not comfortable with the internet knowing who I am. You don't need to know who I am. You need to buy my product. You just gotta like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
And
just gotta have
it's different
that-
audiences, because some people that are on Instagram aren't on TikTok. It's a
Exactly.
younger crowd.
Much younger.
The older, like older
funny.
crowd are on there.
I need director ages, women and men who are directors in schools.
That's
who are
Instagram.
principals. That's what I need, right?
But-
That's the following I need.
So if you run when you do ad work, again, Instagram, all these platforms are free, but there are opportunities to run ads where you can niche down in that. Even if you just do it for 1 week, it's kind of interesting to see what Instagram and Facebook can draw into that what's it called?
Demographic.
Demographic. But yeah, I agree with her. Like the TikTok portion of things is building a name for yourself, because again, people use TikTok as a search engine, but to me, I'm more knowledgeable in Instagram.
Instagram.
I do dabble in TikTok.
I know, and TikTok's a whole different devil.
Yeah.
I don't deal with it.
Yeah, I do dabble in TikTok. In my head, I'm like, you know, it doesn't hurt to repost the content. You don't have to be super active on it. I have my website up there and I haven't been posting and I'm still making sales. So it's like the product part of things is beneficial. The service part is building a name for yourself.
Is there an easy way or an app you also like to use to show who maybe you're following, who isn't following you back, or accounts that are kind of just not engaging with you at all?
So
Right, totally.
Instagram actually has that feature. If you go to your followers, it will break down less interact, like no interaction, or like
Mhm.
non-existent. Like if you go to mine, you'll see that there's like I think I have like 123 people that are not active, like they're on pause. So you can go in and you can delete them.
Yeah,
So Instagram has that feature.
okay,
But
that would be a good activity.
super quick because so everybody that goes on that had their Instagram, if you have a business account, you'll have that professional dashboard. That professional dashboard, I'm just gonna walk you through.
Thank you.
Actually, real quick, if you go all the way to the bottom, it tells you the trending audios that are.
What is
trying
it,
to
edit?
When you go to your professional dashboard. You click
Oh, thank you.
and all the way down, you'll see like trending audios. It'll tell you what's trending.
Cool.
Again, I can talk all day about that. Let's move on to the edit profile.
Okay.
And go all the way down to contact options. And you can put your email and your location. So that will appear, location will appear on your profile page. And then the email will link to something where they click email person and it will go straight to your email. So
Oh, business
that, so I just put Fall River Mass for mine because I don't have I'm e-commerce, so at least people can see that I'm in that
I put
area.
Market Feeling.
Oh my, that's an issue for me because
Well,
I.
my app, the address is Market Feeling, not the name, just.
No,
put
so you
5.1
should
person.
probably put. If you're not looking to just service,
Oh.
that's a good question because. Market Feeling is where you work, but you're also independent,
Mhm.
so it's like.
Do I
would
just
put
put
like Berkeley. Yeah, cause your content tags Market Feeling. I put Fall River because that's where my studio is. And obviously in that area. Cause people won't know what Market Feeling, if they say Berkeley, like, oh, it's San Quentin, oh, it's San Fran, like they can.
Right.
It says my new address must be the same country I was originally.
The location.
But
If you click save, it'll give you the pop-up.
So contact options.
oh, cause there's a code.
You're putting that, does it?
See that. Need that.
Yeah.
And do you recommend like a yoga photo or my logo?
Don't even know, right? Did the.
Yoga photo.
You just like.
And again, it's a preference, I think like if you just had like you in a position.
It is just me and
people
the
will know. Yeah,
Or
people-
outside.
so people will know, that draws people to know that you're a yoga instructor. Did it work?
No, it says I was previously in a different country.
Whoa, there is a top,
Says-
like, is it
I
UK
just
or
put my
England,
address
are you
in.
putting Taunton or?
Let's see.
I'm
Where
pretty
they-
Norton, but I did
No, Norton.
Massachusetts.
Let me see, can I see it over here?
Can you just say is that you said the same thing, right? It
You're
was,
in a different country.
yeah, I'm in a different country apparently. Why?
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, cause I just realized I actually don't have a location on my account because I vend everywhere. From New York to Connecticut to New Hampshire to Providence, everywhere. There's no place that I'm not willing to drive to if I'm gonna make some money. So. I've never put an actual location.
But I would like it to be in this country.
I would like it, I'd like it to be in this country,
Yeah.
unless y'all are paying for my flight, you know what I mean, we can work it however you like. Let me see if I put in a zip code if that makes a difference.
It's not the end of the world, but
It's not, but if it can help people find me and locate me, then.
Should be
I
at
would
the
want that.
computer, can I turn it off?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just toss out business cards, if anybody has business cards, y'all wanna exchange them.
Whatever.
I don't have a current business card,